The Global TV News Prime headlines. Federal government announces date for conclusion of the fire service recruitment. Kogi State government denies attacking SDP witnesses at election tribunal. In the LEA intercept Qatar-bound drugs, officers reject $5 million bribe. On the foreign scene, Pope Francis presides over Easter Sunday Mass. 8 Chinese migrants found dead on Mexican beach. While on sport, South Africa to arrive Nigeria for Paris 2024 Super Falcons clash. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime on Global TV. We are live on the nation's capital, Abuja, and I am Fauziya Lukman. The Kogi State government has debunked an allegation by the Social Democratic Party SDP that the mastermind attack on witnesses at the ongoing governorship election petition tribunal, saying the allegation was baseless. The Commissioner for Information and Communications in the state, Kingsley Fanwa, says it was, however, important to enlighten the SDP that the case at the tribunal was between parties and the state government. Fan, who spoke at the press conference in Lokoja, noted that if any attack did happen as claimed by the SDP, it must have been a state managed by the SDP to justify their failure to produce the number of witnesses they claim to have. About 30,000 households across Sokoto State have benefited from Senator Aminu Tambuwal's Ramadan package. In his remarks at the flag of the distribution of bag of rice to PDP faithfuls across all wards in the state, Senator Tambuwal says the distribution was the way to thank God for giving him the wealth and the opportunity to assist the lower class. Speaking earlier in an opening remark, the state PDP chairperson, Honorable Bello Gurenu, says the gesture was aimed at relieving households of the current hardship in demonstration of the party's spirit of empathy and kindness. Police Command in Enugu State says it has raided an indigenous people of Biafra IPOB and its Eastern Security Network ESN criminal hideout in Akuke axis of Enugu metropolis. The police operatives, however, met with resistance from the renegades, who opened fire upon sighting them, but they were subdued by the superior firepower of the police, leading to the neutralization of 2 of the renegades. The command spokesperson, DSP Daniel Ndukwe, says in a statement that the police conducted the raid on Saturday at about 2:30 a.m. local time. He says the 1 AK-47 rifle, 1 submachine gun SMG, 1 stainless pop action gun PAG, 27 live ammunition, and 23 expended rounds of 7.6 mm caliber ammunition were recovered after the raid and gun duel. The Taraba State Command has stated that 3 children died in the Adagogita village, Garmin Lomido local government area of the state, following a suspected accidental discharge from a Dane gun. The State Commissioner of Police, David Uyomono, stated this while refuting claims made by some villagers who attributed the deaths to an explosion from improvised explosive devices. Uyomono stated that the gunpowder from the Dane gun later exploded and killed them. The CP says the 3 deceased children were playing on the tree, while 4 others who sustained injuries were on the ground, as they are receiving treatment at the State Specialist Hospital in Jalingo, the state's capital. The Federal Capital Territory Vehicle Inspection Office, FCTVIO, has inducted a new batch of volunteer road traffic and vehicle inspection mayors to assist in managing traffic flow across the nation's capital. The induction ceremony for the 2024 Batch A held in Abuja and presided over by Yusuf John Suberu, the FCT quadral leader and national coordinator of the RTO VIO Mayors Program. In his remarks, Suberu appreciates the new inductees for opting to contribute to nation building through traffic volunteerism. He urged them to be good ambassadors of the Directorate and the entire VIO Corps in their external traffic management role. The Civil Defense Correctional Fire Service and Immigration Services Board, CDCFIB, has announced that it's concluded the ongoing recruitment processes into the Federal Fire Service FFS on June 15, 2024. The Minister of Interior and Chairman of the Board, Olubunmi Tunji, says the new date was in line with the board's review timeline for the conduction of employment in the paramilitary services under its purview. Tunji, who spoke through the Secretary of the CDC-FIB, Jafar Ahmed, at the end of the quarterly review meeting with heads of the 4 paramilitary agencies under its supervision, says shortlisted candidates will be requested to visit the board's portal via messages to their email and mobile numbers. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agencies have detained a 35-year-old lady, Chidima Chinenye Ogwezi, after she was caught attempting to export 20 parcels of cannabis sativa weighing 10.70 kilograms to Doha, Qatar, through the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos State. The illicit drug was said to have been concealed in African salad popularly called abacha and dried vegetables. The operation was carried out in conjunction with operatives from the Department of State Services. The anti-narcotic operatives also reportedly rejected a 5 million naira bribe from another suspect in Lagos State. You're watching News Prime, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We are on StarTime channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. When the News Prime returns, Nigeria fails $205.7 million gas in 2 months. This and other stories come shortly after this short break. Do stay with us. This is Global Television bringing you live broadcasts of the News Prime. Thank you for staying with us. Pope Francis gave Easter Mass with tens of thousands of Catholics at the St. Peter's Square in Vatican City for his traditional blessing as concern persists over his health. The 87-year-old arrived in a wheelchair to preside over the Mass from 10 a.m. in cloudy and windy weather, with the events forecast live around the globe. Pope Francis pronounced the Obit or Bigit to the city and the world blessing at midday, where he is expected to bring up the international conflict raging worldwide. The Florence, at least 7 people have been killed in a car bombing which targeted a busy market in northern Syria. Several more were injured in the attack in the town of Azaz in Aleppo province near the Turkish border. It's unclear who carried out the attack in the town, which is run by the pro-Turkish militia fighting Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. Turkish forces and their proxies control large areas of Syria along the border the two countries share. When the bomb went off, the market was busy with shoppers buying new clothes for their children ahead of the Eid al-Fitr. The bodies of 8 Chinese nationals have been found on the beach in Mexico state of Oaxaca after their boat capsized, officials said. The bodies were found along a route used by illegal migrants trying to reach the United States. The 7 women and a man were on board a boat operated by Mexicans that set off from Chiapas state at the border with Guatemala. 1 person survived, while it was not clear what happened to the boat driver. The prosecutor's office in Oaxaca says the bodies were found near a beach in the town of Playa Vicente. It is said that the investigation is caused by the accident and working with the Chinese embassy in Mexico to identify the victims. While in business, Governor Obasani of Kaduna State has blamed the inability of his administration to pay workers' salary, the huge debt, he said, he inherited from the government of his predecessor, Nasser El-Rufai. Sani stated this while addressing a town hall meeting in Kaduna. But the governor said his administration inherited a huge debt burden of $587 million, 85 billion naira, and 115 contractual liabilities from his predecessor. He says 7 billion naira out of the 10 billion naira federal allocations for Kaduna in March was deducted to service the state's debt. Sani said the 3 billion naira which the state was left with was not enough to pay salaries as the state's monthly salary bill stood at 5.2 billion naira. According to him, owing to the rise in exchange rate, the state is now paying back almost triple of what was borrowed by the previous administration. Amid a nationwide energy crisis, Nigeria finds itself grappling with a peculiar irony as gas meant to alleviate power shortage is instead being wasted through fracking, leaving hundreds of thousands of homes without electricity. Natural gas estimated at $205.7 million and capable of powering 4 million houses was flared in Nigeria in the first 2 months of 2024. Data obtained from the Nigerian Gas Flare Tracker of the National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency, NOSDRA, showed that the country flared up about 58.8 million standard cubic feet in the first 2 months of this year, with the power generation potential of 4.04 thousands of megawatts. The Central Bank of Nigeria says that it has recorded an inflow of over $1.5 billion into the economy over the past few days, indicating that its monetary policy efforts are working positively. The bank's acting director, Corporate Communications Department, Sidi Ali, made the assertion in a statement. She noted that data available to the bank indicated that the inflow resulted from the bank's effort to stabilize markets. Ali said the Naira has also continued to record gains in autonomous foreign exchange market as it traded as 1,309 Naira per dollar, as against 1,611,000 Naira per dollar in the second week of March 2024. Nigeria now produces crude oil from over 246 fields across the country and operates 188 production stations and platforms, what the federal government has stated. Data obtained in Abuja from the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, an agency of the federal government, indicated that Nigeria's oil-producing fields have been on the rise since the first commercial oil discovery. Nigeria is poised to boost production and enhance energy security with over 246 production fields, 2,777 producing strings, 188 production station platforms, 4 gas terminals, 5 land terminals, 11 FSOs, floating in storage and offing units, 18 FSOs, floating production, storage and offloading, and several other facilities at various stages of development. Back to entertainment, where fans who pre-ordered Beyonce's latest album on Versatile are reporting that 5 of its tracks are gone missing. Cowboy Carter was released to critically acclaim on Friday, with reviews calling it a masterpiece and a sleek and sturdy Western epic. But some of the best received songs yet, including Yaya and Spaghetti, are reportedly not present in the Versatile edition. It is not clear whether all Vaseline copies are affected, as fans have also reported that CD's copies are missing 4 tracks. Lastly, on sport, the players and officials of the African champions South Africa women's national team will land in Nigeria on Easter Monday for the Paris Olympic final qualifying fixture against the Super Falcons. Coach Desiree Ali's side will arrive in Abuja on Monday, April 1st, 2024, ahead of the first leg of the final round of the Paris 2024 Olympics qualifiers. Home-based qualifiers will depart South Africa with officials on the same day of arrival, while foreign players are expected to join the South African counterparts in Nigeria from via various bases. And of course, the much talked about Tyson Fury and Alaska Usyk's battle have finally reached to a point of no return, with the undercard title fight against on May 18th now officially confirmed. Fury and Usyk will finally meet in the ring as part of Riyadh Saudi's season in Saudi Arabia to crown the first undisputed heavyweight champions of the four-belt era. The winner of the highly anticipated fight will also unify the division for the first time since Lennox Lewis defeated Evan Holyfield in March 1999. African Games gold medalist Esther Kolawole have expressed determination to win a medal at the Paris Olympic 2024 Games after booking her ticket at the qualifiers in Egypt. Kolawole, who overcame Angelina Rodriguez on the Cape Verde by 10-0 technical superiority in the women's 62 kg at the 2024 Olympic qualifiers in Alexandria, Egypt. The 2022 Commonwealth Games bronze medalist then expressed her gratitude for the support she has gotten from the wrestling family. Kolawole is joined by 5 other Nigerians: Odunayo Odukoreye, Blessing Oborodudu, Hannah Ruben, Christiana Ogunsonya, and Ashton Mutua, who has booked Olympic tickets for the competition in Paris. As we end the global TV news prime, let's take a look at some of our top stories. Federal government announced date for conclusion of the fire service recruitment. Kogi government denied attacking SDP witnesses at election tribunal. NDLEA intercepted Qatar-bound drugs while officers rejected 5 million naira bribe. On the foreign scene, Pope Francis presided over Easter Sunday Mass. And sadly, 8 Chinese migrants have been found dead on Mexico Beach. While in sport, we also told you that South Africa is set to arrive in Nigeria for the Paris 2024 Super Falcon Clash. That's it on the News Prime, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We are on StarTime channel 276. Kindly follow us across social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. On behalf of the production team, I am Fauziya Lukman, thanking you so very much for watching.